A very warm welcome to my channel Grow Joyfully. This is Meena here. In part 1 series, I explained how we can get started with a new batch of aerobic composting in small plastic containers at home. I hope you have seen them. We are now in the series of videos in part 2. In the first video in part 2, I talked about the routine to follow. Now we are in the second video. We are going to look at the shelter and food requirements of aerobic bacteria. Hi, we started these 3 bins on February 25th and today is March 16th. Exactly 3 weeks have gone by and I've been following the routine regularly once in 2 days. I bring the greens and browns, but I first stir the mix thoroughly and then layer the greens and browns. So this is what I've been doing. I'm going to open this now and then show how it's looking right now. I have been pressing the mix hard and then layering with greens and browns. First I will show you, there is quite a lot of leachate that has come out. You can see this. This is excellent nutrition for plants. So excess moisture is removed. I will dilute it 1:10 and give it to the plants. I'm going to take off the top layer, which are browns, which are relatively dry, to show you what is happening inside the bin. So I've removed a little. Now I'm going to have sat on the floor. I'm going to mix thoroughly. One thing I notice is the mix is pretty hot. In fact, this is something that I have been observing from March 10th onwards, which means about 10 to 15 days into composting, the cooking has started to happen, the cooking of the greens. The mix remaining hot is a very healthy sign that decomposition is progressing very well. And you see there, the mix is kind of glistening with water. We did not put water inside. The water has come from the greens that we have put in. It's quite hot actually inside when I touch it with my hands. Let me just put it here so that you can zoom in here. You can see that disintegration has started to happen. And you can see that some amount of matting is there. This is pretty hot. I'm not able to touch it also. Just like how we humans require shelter, food and clothing, the microbes which do the work, the aerobic bacteria, also require shelter. They don't require clothing, they require a proper ambience, and they require food. So the fact that heat is generated, things are happening very well here. Okay, let me start with the bin. If you recall, we had the bin which had holes. It is the aerobic bacteria which is doing the decomposition here, and these aerobic bacteria, aerobic means requiring air, they require a shelter which facilitates air circulation, and that is why we drilled holes. Not so big that a lizard can get in, but small enough holes which will facilitate air circulation. And to remove that extra leachate, we had put holes at the bottom as well. Similarly, the lid also had holes. So the bacteria require a shelter that is well ventilated. This is the first point. Next, we brought the bacteria in the form of starter on February 25th. Just one handful. One handful is not enough to do the decomposition here. So they need to be given food. They need to be given food for 2 reasons. One, they need to multiply and grow. Second, they need to have the energy to do the decomposition of organic matter that we are putting inside. Okay. They get the food from 2 sources, the greens and the browns. So now I'm going to explain a little scientifically, but if you understand it commonsensically, it's more than enough. The greens, which are predominantly the wet stuff that we brought from the kitchen, contain a lot of nitrogen. Whereas the dry matter, that is our cardboard shreddings, the newspaper, the dry leaves, etc., they contain carbon. Nitrogen is what provides food for the organic, the microbes, for them to grow, and they need to multiply. And that is present in greens. And the carbon, which is present in the dry matter, is the one which supplies energy for the microbes. So both greens and browns are required, and hence we started layering them. Maybe having a few questions now. Why can't I have only greens, kitchen waste alone? Why should I search for browns? If you take your kitchen waste and keep it there, then in a few days you will find them rotting. Decomposition will not happen. Similarly, if you take dry matter like cardboard shreddings or dry leaves and just keep them aside, right? For many months nothing will happen because they are dry, no decomposition will happen. I have a doubt. I have been saying layer 1 part of greens and 3 parts of browns. What is so sacrosanct about this 1G, 3B? Why can't it be 1:1 or 1:2? Right? The reason is that carbon is required more than nitrogen. Carbon is present in dry matter. Carbon is used not only to provide energy, it helps the cellular growth. It becomes part of the cell membrane of the microbes. So we can say that it helps in body building of the microbes. So carbon is required more than the nitrogen. Typically they say a ratio of 1:30 or 1:25 carbon nitrogen ratio is important. But we householders, when we put our greens and browns, how do we know what is the formula, which item is containing 1:25, 1:30? If I put a leaf, what is the carbon nitrogen ratio? We can't keep thinking about it. So commonsensically, the carbon nitrogen ratio of 1:30, if we translate it to 1 part of greens and 3 parts of browns, automatically we are taking care of the ratio. How do I know? Right? Well, it comes only with experience. People have done it, and the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The moment you see the heat, the mix getting heated up. And can you also notice one more thing? That predominantly the greens are gone. Not all of them are gone, but so much of greens I was putting every day, and they are gone. And the browns will take more time. This is an indication that the carbon nitrogen ratio is appropriate. The microbes like it, they have increased in population, and they are doing their work happily. In the next video, we will look at how to examine the decomposition process in the composting bin using our sense organs. Thank you for watching my videos. Have a great day.